about, who has access to the information. Does anyone at the provider you're storing it have access? That's a big issue with Dropbox, because Dropbox, which is very popular, but the people at Dropbox actually have access to the security key, and there's ways to deal with that. On the other hand, there are ways to use products like Box, SpiderOak, and Vivo to prevent, to encrypt your data so that even the people at Dropbox who have access and can't access your data. So you need to be thinking about all of those things. And then, as the other slide mentioned, where's the data being stored? Because if we go back 2 slides, you have to think about that, because your data should be stored in the United States, where you're covered by U.S. law and the U.S. Constitution. In different countries, there are different laws. And you also need to think about what happens if a subpoena is served for your data or served on the provider. Are they even going to notify you about they were served? Some companies simply say in their privacy policies, we're going to turn it over. Apple does, Google does. Microsoft actually says, we'll give you 48 hours notice, which is far better than a lot of other providers. So you need to think about all of those things rather than simply just do what we all like to do, which is check the I agree box. And that's what you can't do, because the difference here is this is client data. And, when you went to law school, you learned about confidentiality. It's the same thing. You're just storing it here rather than, in your office.
Let's talk next a little bit about portable equipment, which is an area that's pretty important. Most of us are using smartphones and tablets as well as laptops these days. And any technology that can easily travel or be easily stolen has unique considerations. And you need to be careful what you install on the device. You need to watch out for malware. And there are some things that you just need to focus on. For example, a really serious mistake is to fail to secure the stuff. Dan?
Yeah, you must have office policies about the use of these devices. Nowadays, where more and more firms allow people to bring their own devices, that doesn't mean that anyone can store anything on any device. If you're carrying secure information, I had a former partner who represented professional athletes. Well, we had him secure his, back then it was a Palm, for those who can remember that, because if anyone accessed that information, they would have all types of information about very prominent athletes.